Hello everybody, welcome back to stream. Hello Icy, hello Selron, hello Blazer. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully tonight. Give me 1 second here to click a couple things I forgot to click, but it's fine. We've got that covered now. So, hi everyone. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I know I've been out for a bit, but I'm back. Had a great time at, thank you for the head pats, Pad. Had a great time at Combo Breaker this weekend. It was super fun. And I figured it was a good chance to kind of just chill and chat with you guys, catch back up a little bit while I head back into the Paradise Realm in Minecraft and keep working on things over there a little bit. So let's head on over there. Alrighty, so a couple things have I've worked on this on and off while we've been away here. Let me empty out some of my stuff here. I think I want the bow. Can kind of stash some things for the moment. Probably want the arrows. Yeah, I think we can stash some of this at least. Yeah, that's probably good. Anyways, so just to kind of show a little bit of what I worked on here. And of course, obviously, also happy to chat with you guys in general. And I am going to talk about my experiences at Combo Breaker a little bit, but we've got, I think we worked on this last time around. We made this path here that leads us over to the mines. So this is all good and done here now. I'm trying to remember here. Is it... Nope. Wait, that's a screenshot. Which one was it that gave us third person? I don't remember. Oh well, it's fine. But I did a little bit more digging, basically. That part is the only thing that's really changed, I think, since last time. So got our... Oh, I also did set up a chest over here for some easy storage of things as I work on more stuff down here. So we've got this area that we were digging down here. I kept going because if you remember correctly, we did find like a big cave, like drop-off point there. But I wanted to work my way down there so it wasn't just like a sheer drop into there. So I did find this entrance over here, and such an organized bear. All your paths look like a worm made 100 laps around the ground. Well, you know, it's a thing. I did find this entrance down here into the caves more directly. And so I now have it closed off here. I can open and close this so nothing can get out. So I have my own little path to get down into there. And I want to explore it a little bit tonight. I think that's going to be good. But yeah, I hope you guys have had a great weekend. Please feel free to let me know in chat if you guys did anything super fun, had any yummy foods, did anything exciting. Do I have any of... Okay, I do have some cooked chicken. Let me grab that. Because I need to heal. So, but yeah, like I said, I was at Combo Breaker this weekend, which is a fighting game major tournament in the Midwest. And I had a really good time, got to hang out with a number of people. Got to say hi to some colliders who also stopped by. It was super fun. King Coffee was there. Ash was there. Rainmaker was there. Muffin was there. A lot of people were there. Tabby was there. Here, that way it's just a little bit more. I might also do this just to give a little more headspace here on the way down. Yeah, there we go. You've been working on Firelights cosplay. You're realizing you have no idea how to style clothes and it's annoying. Oh, I see. Cosplay is tricky to get into, but it's super, super fun. I hope you have a good time putting it together. Yeah, I'm just making this a little more convenient to traverse here right now. So we get sort of this, it's not quite so cramped coming down here. But yeah, so I think you guys know I competed in, oh, hang on, I have another pickaxe, cool. I competed in Grand Blue and in Guilty Gear, and I did really well in Grand Blue. I mean, not like super well, but I did well. I'm very happy with how I did. Went 3 and 2 in Grand Blue. Could have done, I do think I could have done a little bit better. I really do. But that's also like motivation to continue improving. What was up here? Hang on. I think there was something here. I have a torch up here. I must have come down here for a reason. I think it was probably materials were here for me to mine. Okay. My pickaxe is not in the best of shape, so let's go make another one real quick before we delve further in for reals for tonight. But no, I'm very happy with how Grand Blue went. Like I said, room for improvement. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate it. How's it going, CK? Okay. Can I make this now? I can make stone. I can't make iron. I need more iron smelted. To keep it short, you're very close on finishing a certification which will allow you to get a better job. Okay. You got stopped by police like 2 times to serve as a witness? Oh. Yo, Huffy, you bear you. How's it going? Let me make sure I need to... There. Okay. That'll hopefully work. Yeah, actually, let me just widen OBS here so I can see both chats a little better. There we are. Okay. You got stopped by police like 2 times to serve as a witness. Thankfully, you had obligations, so you managed to get away scot-free. Also ended up becoming addicted to Poke Rogue again. I mean, look, that's legit. Look, guys, I can't stop playing Dungeons of Infinity. Holy shit. I got hooked on that. I played that, Tuesday, last week, I think, and it is so much fun. So, like, I completely understand getting the Poke Rogue addiction, 100%. You live up to mischief as usual. Well, I'm glad that it's not going too poorly, at least. You know, better than the alternative, of course. That's wild, getting stopped twice for, like, what... I mean, you don't have to talk about what happened, because I'm sure that's probably a little, like, wild, but, okay, hang on, I don't have any iron ore on me. Let me check back in here, I'm sure I do here. Iron nuggets. But I'm glad you were able to not have to worry about that, at least, I guess. So that's cool. Okay, let me see here. I've got some charcoal and... Wait, does the charcoal not work in the furnace as a fire starter? Nuggets aren't smeltable. Well, that would be why. Okay. Do I not have... I guess I could probably make a pick out of copper, though, right? That's probably a thing. So I guess there's that. Copper has 2 uses. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I can't then. I don't think I have any more copper, or sorry, any more iron. Unless I'm missing it here. Yeah, I don't think I do. Okay. Lightning rod's the only useful one in decorations. I see. Whoops. Well, let's go ahead and rest for the night. Okay, we'll have to use stone. It's fine. We'll get some more iron soon, hopefully. And I'll make a couple of these just because I have a feeling they'll go bad faster, so. But yeah, it was a ton of fun at the event. Got to hang out with a lot of people. So, I guess I can talk about... Oh, shit. So, I mentioned that I did both Granblue and Guilty Gear. Did not do very well in Guilty Gear, which to some degree is like... kind of knew that was gonna happen. That wasn't super surprising. I haven't really been putting a ton of time into Strive, and so, like, I was sort of banking on, just, you know, fundamentals plus, you know, gambling that I would be matched up against people that were not super polished, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So, yeah, I did go 0-2 in Guilty Gear, which is not a good feeling. Also, Umbra, hello! Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? But yeah, obviously not a great feeling to go 0-2 in anything, but I will admit that people who are in the Discord will probably saw that I didn't take it very well initially. Not in like I didn't like get like super angry or anything. More, hello? Why won't this? Oh, there it is. Not like I didn't get like super angry or anything. Mostly it just was like, I shouldn't have signed up for Guilty Gear. I shouldn't have even been here for this. Which is probably, it's not helpful. Oh, also, guys, please let me know if my volume levels are okay. I'm on the 3DO mic, which can be a little touchy sometimes in terms of like how loud things can be. And obviously I want to make sure that the music is not too loud. It's good to hear. And of course this is, you know, ostensibly sort of an ASMR stream, even though we're playing some Minecraft tonight. So please be sure to let me know if you want to put in any redeems. Also, if I know I've missed redeems on the last time I did miss some redeems the last time I did Minecraft, so please let me know in chat if I wind up missing any. Totally not intentional. I promise you I'm not trying to ignore you guys. It's just sometimes I get caught up in what I'm doing, and so I can miss them sometimes. But if you do have some things you want to have me do for trigger redeems, please just let me know. As far as I know, the fizzy water redeem has not been put in yet. I've got some orange vanilla with me tonight, so yeah. But yeah, combo breaker was good. Oh gosh, okay, so we're gonna see if I can. There's a buttload of spiders down there, I think. Okay, but I'm gonna try to. Ooh, this just doesn't. I see. Yo, Joe, how's it going? Welcome in. Okay, can I maybe... These bows are not in great shape. I do have some arrows. Oh, they are trying to get up here. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. That's just happening. Can I get out of here? Nope. Alright, never mind. Just chilling. Got back from MomoCon since you couldn't do Combo Breaker. That's awesome, though. Well, I'm sorry you couldn't do Combo Breaker, but it's cool that you were able to go do something. You wanted to go to Combo Breaker. You live, like, really close. Oh, do you? Yeah, unfortunately. Definitely costs money. Alright, let's see if we can get our stuff back. Hang on. Thankfully, I didn't have that much on me. Let's see here. Hang on. 30 or 40 minute drive. Oh, wow. Well, it is very likely that I will be back there again next year. So if you do wind up going, please let me know. And it'd be awesome to, like, meet up and say hi. I'm also not far from Combo Breaker or Frosty Fasting, so those are the two I usually go to. Gonna go for sure next year. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely hope to see you there. That would be super cool. Okay. What about Evo? I mean, Evo's a lot harder for me because that is not close for me at all. That would involve having to actually, like, travel. So Evo is definitely excuse me 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. Just gonna lurk for now. Sure thing, Huffy. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it. I am clicking the wrong thing. There it is. Gonna do Combo Breaker next year. Hopefully get that vacation slot. Nice, nice. It'd be awesome to see you there. But yeah. What was I saying before? Oh, right. I was talking about kind of flopping pretty hard in Strive. I felt better later about it because I did get a chance to, like, actually play some casuals in Strive and felt less terrible at the game. So I was just like, okay. I just, I also want to cut myself a little bit of slack on that end because I wasn't practicing for it at all. All of my efforts were going into Grand Blue. So, and, those efforts I do think paid off. Okay, let me see if I can get these back. So, okay, all of my stuff should be right down there. I do see it. The problem, of course, is that there's a buttload of spiders. So instead of just going directly down there, we're going to try to see if we can find a way down there that doesn't involve just plummeting down. Because if I can find the means to sort of get down there without I don't have any torches with me. Actually, I should probably go make those, huh? I need charcoal, which I should have some in my boxes, I believe. Okay, we're gonna go do that. Get myself some torches, and the goal now is to dig back to get down there and get my stuff back. That would be good. But yeah, like I said, I'm very happy with how Grand Blue went. I think I did a good job. Okay, I do have some coal. Okay, it's sticks and coal, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, let's make it an even 20. That's fine. That way we don't run the risk of running out. It is getting towards nighttime though, so let's go back and sleep. Did I get my stuff back? I didn't. Wait, does it go away if I sleep before getting it? Does it despawn? Or is that not how it works? Set time limit. Okay. So I still have time. Like, I don't just want to jump back down there, because if I do that, I will die again. But... well, that's not a good sound. Thank you for the head pods, Dr. Smug. You've only been to one big tournament for Guilty Gear and got 0-2. Going 0-2 sucks. It does. Like, it's a genuinely bad feeling. Hi, Dr. Smug. Like, to the point that is usually my goal when I go to one of these, is like, just avoid the 0-2. That's my only real... Thank you for the posture check. That's my only real goal for myself, necessarily. But obviously, like, people do go 0-2. It's a thing. Somebody has to. Like, actually, especially on the bigger tournaments, a lot of people have to. It's just a thing. If the item is in the chunk you're standing in, it'll just despawn in 5 minutes. If you're outside of the render distance, the timer will pause. Oh, interesting. So I actually have... So I have more time the further away I am, I guess? I don't know how much that will necessarily help with how I need to approach this. Why is this thing not lighting on fire? Chilling with the crafts. How's it going? Oh, yo, Ginger Fox. Hello, Ginger. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay, there we go. That guy's gone now. Oh, that's the music. Okay. I was like, wait, what in game is making that noise of, like, jingling keys? Like, what the hell? But no, it was the music. Oh, wait, I got some of my stuff back. Okay, hang on. Let's equip those at least. Some armor. Some of it must have spawned at the top. Okay, so at least, if nothing else, I didn't lose everything. Got your first ever medals for top 8 in the tourney. Oh, nice! 5th in Strive and 7th in City of the Wolves. That's really, really cool. Good job. That's awesome. Here, hang on. I want to... There. That's bothering me. Okay, let's see here. So, okay, I do... I really do want my stuff back. Let me see what's... I mean, I could keep on doing this and just see if literally anything has... Okay, so this does... Ooh. Oh, this is bad. Got a water bucket. I don't... Wait. Or... Shit. I might have one back in my storage. At one point I did. I think I definitely did. It's in the stuff I dropped. There's a chance I may have just lost that stuff. That's possible here. Yeah, I probably don't have time. But yeah, it is one of those things where, like, primarily the reason I go to stuff like Combo Breaker and Frosty is just to have fun, just to see people, hang out, play some... It's a good chance to play some games offline, which, you know, it's not that common of an experience. And, okay, there we go. I do have a water bucket in here. And to some degree, the tournament part itself could have just grabbed it. Online versus offline is way different. It super is. Yeah, 100%. Definitely feels different. I got a decent chance to play with a handful of people. I will say, like, oddly enough, a lot less of a chance to play with some random people in Grand Blue than I had in Frosty. I think that came down to the fact that, like, there wasn't, like, a dedicated room for casual setups like there was for Frosty. It was basically just, like, could you get one of the setups while tournaments weren't running? And so, like, there was a little bit less of the whole thing of, like, just randomly getting to sit down with somebody and play. I did that a couple times, but, okay, I do have the water bucket. There was a... You're one of those players that listens to this... Shit! Well, this sucks. Wait, shit, come on. Am I doing anything? Nope. Alright. Put the water bucket down. Oh. Well, I don't have it anymore. Oh, wow. I think it might be the case that I just have to accept that I don't have those things anymore. I think they're gone. Oh, well. I mean, that's what happens, at least. It's not the biggest deal in the world, I suppose. There wasn't. I didn't have that much on me. The biggest thing I lost was my armor. Outside of that, it wasn't too big of a deal, I don't think. So finding more iron would be really nice. Do I have any more sticks in here? I need to make more tools again. I think I took all the sticks last time around. This is Cheryl. What? Yeah, it's basically just for like, it's a shared server for bear VTubers specifically. To just kind of, I think we all have our own little corner of it to kind of just do whatever. If I head off, I think in that-ish direction generally, I should have the compass somewhere. Oh crap, unless the compass was in my inventory that I just lost. It might have been. I did have a compass pointing back to like the main village area where everybody else has like a little town built. I think it was in my inventory that I just lost. But yeah, it's basically just a server to kind of chill on, be creative, build some things. I kind of set off on my own little direction to just kind of play around, find some things on my own. How do I get sticks again? Do I need to, I think I may need to just like do this the hard way for the moment. I don't think this is, I think I need to get rid of this one too because it's connected. And we'll get back there at some point. Okay. Well, in any case, I guess it's not entirely fair for me to say that there wasn't like a dedicated casuals room for Combo Breaker. There was, but it was a bring your own console kind of thing. Like, so if you, where? Huh. Oh, I have a stick. You broke rule 3. Wait, what? Oh, wait, is that the backseating? I don't mind for that. Backseating in Minecraft is like whatever. That's fine. It's more for like games that can actually be like spoiled and stuff. But yeah, like I said, there was actually a casuals room, but I think you had to bring your own. Oh shit. I think you had to bring your own consoles for those setups. Really? So anyways, yeah. So outside of that area, it was mostly a case of trying to find setups where you could, that weren't being used for tournament stuff, which was less of a problem than you might think. It wasn't actually that hard to find, but primarily, like, when I did play sets, like, I played a bunch of sets with Rainmaker and a bunch with Muffin, and those were fun. The ones with Rain, whenever I get a chance to actually play with Rain, that's really good, because, like, we're both very, very close in skill, and the Lucilius matchup is one that I'm less confident in, so getting to play his Lucilius is nice. Gives me a chance to really, like, try some things. Wait. Oh, I need 2 sticks. God damn. Yo, baller. How's it going? But yeah, I think, technically speaking, I improved my tournament score, I guess, over Frosty, because I think Frosty I went 2-2, and so this time for Combo Breaker I went 3-2, which was really cool. It was an improvement. Again, I do think I could have done better, but also I still have a lot of room to improve, so that's also a thing. But yeah. Okay, so I need a pickaxe. I'm also going to need I guess I should make an axe next so I can actually chop down these trees, because we're gonna need a lot more sticks. Wait, you can, like, make sticks, can't you? That's, like, just a thing you can make. I completely forgot about that. I don't actually need to be doing this way. Isn't it, like, yeah. Okay, anyways. Oops, don't need 2. Let's grab one of those, one of those, one of those. Okay. Grab another pickaxe here, just in case I wind up needing more than one. And sword, axe, pickaxe, shovel. Cool. What I was doing seemed relaxing. Well, you know, that's good. That's the point. It's supposed to be relaxing, so I'm glad it was relaxing. But yeah, oh shit, this door was still wide open. I mean, it's fine. They came up, so that's fine. Okay. Well, yeah, we've still got this situation here. What I'm gonna do here, I think it's too late now. I think my stuff's all gone, so we're gonna close this back up. But yeah, there's definitely just drops off here. You need new games to play? You got bored of the ones you have? Oh no. Well, let me get these. There's been a lot of okay, that just drops down. Okay, not so much there. this drops off there. I do need to find a way down here that isn't just a sheer drop. Thinking of Strive, but you don't know if it's worth the money. Well, it does go on sale fairly regularly. So there's always that, you know? Like, there is always the possibility. Oh, that's right. I was working my way down this way. Okay, let's keep doing this. I should make more torches. But okay, we have our goal now, so that's good. I just forgot that's what I was doing, apparently. That's okay. We have time. As far as Strive, it's a very good game. It is... It's too dark, yeah. I don't remember, Cat Maniac. How much experience in fighting games do you have? Like, are you new to them, or do you play a lot? I don't remember. Apologies if, like, that feels like a thing I should remember. What I will say about Strive is that it's definitely not the most, like, it's not the easiest one to learn out of. Last fighting game you got hooked on was Skullgirls on Switch. I see. Okay. Okay, hang on. Is that... I think we need logs there. Whatever, that works. You kind of suck. Strive is fine. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to get it, for sure. Like, I think it's a very fun game. I think it's not like, as far as Guilty Gear games go, Strive is much more beginner friendly. But of all of the fighting games that are out there right now, Strive is on the more difficult end to figure out. There's a lot of mechanics. There's a lot of it's kind of complicated, and there's not really much in the way of systems in place to kind of help ease you into it. Skullgirls plays like on PC. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Skullgirls is also, like, really complicated, so... You think you finally understand how Versusia players feel? That's a loaded statement, but okay. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. No, it's a thing. Yeah, no, it sucks. I hate that kind of attitude. Like, especially given that, like, I don't know. Hope people don't... No, they will. 100% they will. People still said that about Nier for a while after Nier got nerfed. Like, people have very, very long memories when characters are in top 1. And for CC, I don't even think was top 1, but, falling is, no worries, Fad, no worries, thank you for coming to hang out. Kind of good on Scrolls, do you think you can handle Strive, PvP? Okay, so here's the thing, Strive doesn't really have a story mode. It's got an arcade mode with some story to it, but it doesn't have, like, its story mode is more like a movie. What I will say, is if you want a fighting game that has very good single-player content, Versus is the only theoretical top 1 with no real tournament results. Yeah, like, she hasn't won anything yet, I don't think. Like, she hasn't won any majors. And compared to all of the other top 1 contenders, like, that's a thing. Not that tournament results mean everything, but it's a thing, right? She came in second. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, versus the high mid-tier. It would be funny if she did. Yeah, that would be really funny, actually. But anyways, so basically, Cut Maniac, if you are looking for a fighting game that has, like, a solid first-person experience, or first-person, for single-player experience, I would say look at either Street Fighter 6 or Grand Blue. Obviously, I'm biased towards Grand Blue, but both of them have, like, very solid single-player content going on. Street Fighter has a very extensive single-player campaign, and Grand Blue's story mode is actually really fun. And also, the cool thing about the Grand Blue one is that you can get the free trial of Grand Blue, the demo, and you have access to the entire first chapter of the story mode. Like, you can just play it for free. So, like, if you're curious about that, you can try it out and see how you like it without having to really, like, dedicate any money to it. And then if you like it and you want to keep going, then you can buy it. Street Fighter is hard for you. If Street Fighter is on the more difficult end for you, I would say give Grand Blue a shot. Grand Blue is definitely very beginner friendly. It is set up to be like, it is a simplified version of a lot of Street Fighter's mechanics. And I think it's a very good starting point for getting into fighting games in a larger sense in the current set of things out there. Definitely. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, try out the demo, because the demo will give you access to the story mode for the first chapter of it, which is pretty long, actually, and you won't have to pay anything. And if you absolutely hate it, then you did not spend any money on it. And if you love it, then you already know you're going to like it when you purchase it. Grand Blue used to have oh wait, is that like a vanilla thing? Did it have co-op single player in or story mode or whatever in vanilla? Hadoken spammer here. Honestly, I think, like I said, Grand Blue is a very, very solid, like, way to try to break into current modern fighting game stuff out of what's out there right now. It is definitely the most beginner friendly. Like, I don't even think it's close. The story mode's also just really fun. Like, it's really good. Like, it's genuinely really good. Loved helping people. Yeah, some of the bosses can be tricky, for sure. Okay, we're gonna go out and I'm gonna make some steps. Grand Blue Rising. Yes, Grand Blue Rise Fantasy versus Rising is the current one, yeah. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Not Rising is the original game. That was the first game. You can still get it, but nobody's really playing it, so. And the story mode for Rising, the first chapter of the story mode in Rising is the same exact story mode that's in Versus, so free for PS. Yes, yeah, no, pick that up for sure. Yes, definitely get that. patch notes are tomorrow. Looking forward to it. I am too. I'm definitely curious. I know my character is about to get nerfed. But I'm not that worried about that, to be honest. Oh my gosh, whatever. 20 steps is probably fine. Okay. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of mindset stuff when it comes to fighting games within the community that I don't love, and how people talk about characters is one of them. Because I realize I'm saying this as a Persecia player, right? So I'm playing one of the top tiers right now. However, the game is not that bad off right now, balance-wise. It's really not. It's in a pretty decent space. Persecia and the other top tiers that are currently residing in the top tier are not that overwhelmingly strong compared to the rest of the cast. It's in a pretty good place, balance-wise. And, hopefully, this is not me saying that Persecia didn't need nerfs. I don't think that's true. I think there was definitely room for her to be, to take a hit on her, on the reward she was getting off of a hit, which seems like that's very much what they're doing, so I think that's fine. Let me see here. Wait. Hang on, I need to catch up to chat here. Hang on. Persecia will get some stuff in return. Home of the DPU, follow it may be easier to combo with. Also, her lariat can be comboed out of now, I think was... Wait. Yeah, her lariat can be comboed out of now, which I think is a thing. Speaking of, people are dooming too hard about falling from Master Egg with new rank changes when there wasn't anything stated that you would fall out. I think so. I think that's correct. I don't think Master Rank's changing. Classic X-Zero, ZX, Legends, Battle Network, or Star Force. I think Zero is my favorite of them, but I've definitely played X more. You were there for launch near. Believe me, the top tiers right now are nowhere. Yeah, basically. Baleo was top 3 since release, and recently got nerfed to be a normal high tier. Yeah, basically. I think it's this kind of, honestly, am I in the right place? Yes, I am. Okay. Just trying to make it easier for me to walk up these. Okay, there. Now I can just walk without having to jump. That's not quite right, but whatever. People only complain when they can't deal with them. I mean, that's always been true in fighting games. That's never not been true. There have been genuine, problem characters in the past that are, just very, very, out of reach from the rest of the cast. I wouldn't even say that Granblue's really had to deal with too much of that. Launch Near was definitely probably the closest. 2B was approaching that, so was Beatrix. But even they weren't that bad, I don't think. And, even Belial, last patch, was, not the worst. He was definitely top tier and definitely needed to have, some bouncing stuff happen. But, it wasn't the kind of thing where like other characters were completely unviable because he existed, you know? And that's usually what kind of the situation sort of is with like real problem top tiers, is like your entire game just becomes unfeasible. Like entire portions of your cast just can't be played. Ooh, I got some stuff there. Okay, hang on. Ooh, there's like a lot of stuff here. Hang on. Hello, Ian. How's it going? Can I get up here? Actually, wait. Here, let's do this. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Cool. There's a lot of... I don't even know what I can do with this yet, but it's cool that I have it now. Sweet. Okay. Alright, let's just keep on going and see what we find. Speaking of Tucker, there was a show Tucker... Oh my gosh. No. Oh no. Oh my god. We're, Suzu and I are showing one of our friends, who has not seen much in the way of anime before, and they wanted to, like, kind of get into it. So one of the first series that they really, like, because we presented them with, like, a number of things, because it's, like, you know, I've talked about this before on stream, that, like, I really do believe that, like, anime is not really a genre, it's a medium, and so, like, when you're trying to recommend things to people, you need to, like, know more about their tastes overall, because, like, it's really, I know people get caught up in, like, being like, well, like, you know, this series, you know, whatever that might be, you know, I know, like, Chainsaw Man, or, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, or, like, My Hero Academia, or, you know, any of, like, the very popular ones, and people are like, this is the best series, if you're gonna get into anime, you have to watch these, and it's like, well, like, no, not necessarily. Like, somebody who has no, you know, experience in the medium may not necessarily like those things, so you kind of have to, like, work from, like, what else do you like? So we were kind of trying to do that. Although the punchline of this is that they wound up wanting to watch FMA Brotherhood, which is, like, the one that everybody's like, oh, this is the best one. So they wound up on that anyways. But the point is that, like, they may not have, right? But yeah, we're working our way through that, and they're really enjoying it, so that's really cool. But yeah, no, the show Tucker thing was definitely an experience, especially with somebody who just had never seen anything before, you know, in that regard. Like, the, like, oh boy, here it comes. That's how you, yeah, no, exactly. Like, it bothers me sometimes how, like, we as anime fans tend to ignore the breadth of what exists out there, and, like, and just kind of, like, we fixate on, and sometimes rightfully so, because, like, that doesn't mean that the good series aren't good, right? Like, FMA Brotherhood is an extremely good series, right? It's not that surprising that when, you know, offered that as an option, they were like, hey, that looks neat, let's watch more of that. But, like, just because something's good doesn't mean that everybody's gonna like it, because tastes differ, and some people like more specific things. Ooh, it's definitely nighttime. Okay. You recommend Mob Psycho every time. It's definitely an anime, but one that falls to the side a lot because of a goof. Sure. But I think in some cases, what gets missed is like, oh shit. What gets missed is I'm gonna get killed by these skeletons. Oh god, that's like most of my health. Oh shit. Come on. Well, at least I'm right there. But like, so for example, one of my favorite series that I definitely enjoy recommending to people is, please don't kill me again. Please let me just get my stuff and leave. Please just let me get my stuff and leave. Please just let me get my stuff and leave. Bye. Yeah, Mob Psycho has some great animation for sure. But like, okay, I enjoyed the shit out of Odd Taxi. I think it's one of the best series to come out in a very long time. And I do recommend it to a lot of people. However, it's not going to be for everybody, right? Like, so, you know, one of the things that I kind of try to lead with when talking about it is like, hey, do you enjoy, like, you know, mystery series, especially ones with like strong ensemble casts and just like a lot of well-written dialogue and banter between characters. And for some people, that's amazing, and that's like exactly what they want to watch. For others, it's like, but how are the fights? And the answer to that is like, there aren't really any. And so it's like, yeah, not interested, right? It doesn't mean that it's not still an amazing series. It just means that for some people, that's not important to them. Ooh, I can get some blue dye. Okay, that's a thing. You get a little bit of that, at least. What else can I do with this? Hang on. Oh, I can make a block. Is it mostly just... Is lapis mostly just for dyes? It looks like maybe. Interesting. Oh, did I lose my sword? I think I lost my sword. Huh. And my pick. Let me go back and see if it's still there. Yes, there's my sword. Some more wood. Some arrows. But not my pick. Well, I can just make another one of those. It's fine. Actually, I think it might have been broken anyways. I've got my sticks still, so... My Barbie dream house looks cozy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Grab some more. There we are. I am. Had a very good time at Combo Breaker, but I am very exhausted from that. I'm very, very tired. I'm very, very happy that tomorrow is a holiday and I get a little bit of an extra chance to recover. Because, man, do I need it. But yeah. Combo Breaker was fun. I'm happy with how I did. Did I stick around for any grand finals? So the grand finals were all today. and today was also Suzu's birthday. So I was not at the venue today because of that. We went out and did some stuff for her birthday instead. So, if the timing had worked out differently, I would have, but, you know, it was important to me that I be around for Suzu's birthday. Obviously, you know, on the miracle that I made top 8, that would have been different, obviously, but that didn't happen, so. Happy birthday to the Grand Librarian, yes. Finally watched the Sonic Hedgehog movie, pretty nice. Oh, I still haven't seen that, actually. I kind of want to. I've heard good things. Like, I've heard good things about all of them, actually. Like, yeah, like, which is kind of wild when I think about it, because, like, originally that movie looked like it was not gonna go well. So to hear that they'd kind of turned that around was really cool, actually. I think aren't they making a 4th one? Am I wrong about that? Well, in any case, but yeah, I had a lot of fun walking around. I love the actual venue that Combo Breaker is in. I think it's nice and big and spacious. Like, I think it's interesting. I think in terms of like the actual event, I think I've had more fun in like at Frosty Faustings in past years, especially this. Like, part of that's just based on who's able to go too. Yo, hello, CJ. How much did we spend in the artist alley? Not that much, actually. I was able to kind of keep myself under control because, like, here's the thing. I don't have room for prints. I don't have room for prints, and I also kind of don't have room for stickers anymore. So, like, actually finding things that I want to buy that I have a place for them to go is a little tricky. So, like, there were a ton of good artists and a lot of good art, so that's always hard. But I just wasn't there were a couple artist booths that I was just like, man, I wish I had like infinite space, because like there was like this really cool artist that had like these really neat like maps of like various video game stuff, but like primarily it was like not world maps, but like region maps of the Pokemon games. And it was like really nicely stylized, like kind of like not entirely like 8-bit looking, but like but still like stylized to look kind of video gamey, if that makes sense. And they were really, really good. And I kind of wanted them. I would have, there were a handful of cosplayers. I didn't see a ton, but the people who were there that were cosplaying were in, like, very good cosplay. Like, but they had one that was not available for immediate purchase. It was a pre-order, and it was the Sonic games, like a map, like a world map of the Sonic games, and that was super cool. And I was just like, this looks super cute, especially because like it also had like characters and stuff on them too. Like, it wasn't just like the areas themselves, it also had like the like characters too, and like just it was super cute and super cool looking, and I was just like, I kind of want this, but also I'm kind of glad it's not being sold as is right now, because I would probably have bought it. So and I don't have space to put anything up. It's always the danger. It's just like, I don't have room for this shit. But it's all so cool and so pretty, and I like it. But what I did get, I got t-shirts this time, because it was like, okay, I can justify grabbing some t-shirts, because like, I can wear them, like, especially because like, you know, I work from home, so like, I can wear kind of just whatever, and like, sometimes all I want to wear is just like, you know, a cozy t-shirt and like some lounge pants or something. And so I got a super cute shirt with Bridget doing her jumping dust attack button, whatever. It's really, really cute. And then I got a Neko Arc t-shirt also. So that was my Artist Alley spending. Oh boy. So I found some water. Let me see if I can plug that back up. Yes. Okay. So maybe we don't go further that direction. Okay. I also did get, there was a really cool booth that had a bunch of like really nice looking like organizer boxes, I guess. I guess the intention was for them to be like, I think the main thing they were intended to be for was like for storing like cards, like trading cards. What's going on up here? Okay. I think that was like the main intention. But I got one, but like they were like, you know, nice material, kind of like leather, and stuff. And they were like character themed and stuff. So like there was a bunch of Sailor Moon ones. There was like some Zelda ones, stuff like that. I got a Sailor Venus one for Suzu for her birthday, and I think she's going to use it as a jewelry box. It's really pretty, and I hope she liked it. I think she did. Oh, wait, did I just see? Oh, I saw the torch. So it's always fun because I really like looking for things for her while I'm at these, because like I'm usually like, I know a lot of times she isn't able to go with me, and we don't do as many conventions anymore as we used to. I'm really glad we don't do as many conventions anymore as we used to. So like less opportunity to look for some cool stuff in Artist Alley and stuff. So like I'm never going with like the thought that like I need to buy anything. But I'm always on the lookout for when it's like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect kind of things. And I saw that and I was like, oh no, I have to get this. I have to get this. So I'm really glad that you like it. gonna get killed by another skeleton if I'm not careful. Did I win all of my matches? Well, I won 3 of my matches in Grand Blue. And I didn't in Strive. Artist Alley is always fun to browse. Yeah. Saw a meme on... Oh, shit. Hang on. Getting in here. Whoop. Oh, why are you here? Get out of my house. Get out. No, get out. There's a zombie in my house. Give me my stuff back. No. Shit. Oh, fuck. Where's the sword? Seriously? Get out of my house, you little asshole. Okay, there's gotta be something I can use here. Hi, Rex. Oh, there's another one. God damn it. Holy shit. All right. Attack with my little paws. I had no choice. Is there still a zombie in here? No, there's not. Give me my shit back, please. I'm gonna ask how Minecraft's going, but you see I'm fighting for my life. Yeah. Alright, let me put this carpet back down. Here we go. Oh my god. Anyways. Yeah, I've got my stuff back. Alright, good. I do need more... No, I think I'm okay, actually. Anyways, let me catch up to everything here. But yeah, let me see here. Saw a meme on Twitter that was super relatable. It was, let's go to cons in our 30s together. Yes, send it to all your friends. Relatable, though. I already saw it. It is so much fun. It's one of those things, like, a big part of what I enjoy about going to stuff like Combo Breaker and Frosty Faustings is like the it's just getting to like look at Artist Alley stuff. But yeah, like Combo Breaker is definitely a larger major compared to Frosty, but like I find both equally like fun. I do think Combo Breaker has the better venue, mostly by nature of being larger, so it has more room. But the I don't know, there's something about Frosty specifically that just feels very cozy that I really enjoy. That's not so much there with can I just this? That seems like a terrible idea. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Anyways, but yeah, I also played a bunch of casual games with people, and I won a lot of those. So, but yeah, for what it's worth, I think I did well. I think in terms of how Grand Blue specifically went, I got 129th out of 430 participants, which I think that puts me in what, like the top third of participants, which is pretty decent. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wait, is this iron? This isn't iron, is it? It is iron. Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, also, I don't believe the, let me see here. I don't believe that the, fizzy water redeem has been redeemed yet. So if anybody wants to hear that, I do have that handy. So, I beat little Timmy's ass. I mean, there was, so I will say, like, there was, last night, I wanted to go, like, try to get some casuals in, because it seemed like a good enough time to do it, as, like, things were winding down, because setups would be available, and, I was kind of hoping to, like, find some, like, you know, better players to, like, play against, because it's a good opportunity to really, like, try to see what's working, seeing what's not, getting some advice, and the setup I happened to get, and the people who I wound up fighting two different people who were newer to the game and didn't quite know where to start, so didn't quite get the like, well, I guess in this case I was like the better player that people were finding, which is a weird feeling, but I would like to think I kind of helped them out getting started and figuring out what they wanted to do in the game. I hope so, at least. I hope it was an instructive experience for them and not frustrating. I'm not exactly a coach, but I would like to think that I'm pretty decent at helping people learn the game. The Noob Stomper? No. Did he come to 6XL more? No, mostly, like, mostly trying to get them the basics and trying to help them find a character, trying to help explain what those characters did. In one case, it was somebody who wasn't, like, brand new, and I just tried to give them, like, they already had their character picked out, and I just tried to give them some general Versusia, like, matchup, like, advice, because they clearly didn't have a whole lot of experience fighting her. So, you know, there was that. I hope that was helpful to them. Granted, it's about to become very different, so who knows, but Versusia kicked your butt. Wait. Were you playing in... Oh, did you play the arcade mode? Because I'm guessing you just started it. Playing an attorney is pretty daunting on top of learning the game or a character. They had spectator badges. I don't think they were participants. Or at least one of them had a spectator badge. I don't know about the other one. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they were there to spectate. Actually, if you got to Versusia, that's pretty good. Like, it's not easy to get to her, like, in arcade mode. You actually have to, like, really try. Because, like, I think you have to end... You can't lose too many times in the course of arcade mode, I think. And you have to end... It's like 5 or 6 matches with supers. Everything was easy, even on hard mode, but Versusia was hectic. Yeah. she doesn't play the exact same way as a playable character, so she's not quite that ridiculous when players are using her. But yeah, no, in the game, she's in arcade mode. I think she's got everything kind of turned up to 11. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the arcade mode. The story mode, like I mentioned, is a separate game mode, and that's you have access to the entire first chapter on the free version. So it plays a little differently. It's not quite the same as the fighting game. It plays a little bit more like a beat 'em up, like a side-scrolling like brawler / beat 'em up. But the basic mechanics of the game are still mostly in place, and it's a good chance to like meet all of the characters, learn who they all are, stuff like that. And also it gives you a little introduction to everybody's movesets and stuff, and how their special skills are supposed to work. Also, it's just a fun story. It's a good story. But yeah, I am glad I was able to get some games with Muffin and Rain in, because they're both very good players, and I feel like I'm roughly on par with them both in terms of skill level. So like, it was a good time. Story mode was a beat 'em up. Yeah, no, it's very different. Not to the point that like you can't learn anything from story mode, but it does play different. It does definitely play differently than the actual fighting game. Rain was also there, yeah. I think he also did pretty well in bracket. I think he may have also gone 3-2. I'm not 100% certain. I know he really wanted to get out of bracket, so he was a little frustrated that he didn't. But he did really well. So like, you chose Ewell. Ewell's fun. She's a really cute character. I really like her. I haven't really played much of her, and she is a giant pain in my ass when I try to fight her. I think she's a cool character. Pretty simple to control. On the basic level, yeah, for sure. I think some of her stuff can get a little bit more complicated as you start to like ramp up in skill, but like her basics are not that hard to grasp, I don't think. Ewell is fun though, yeah. She's super cute. Okay, there we are. Let's see here. Is 2B original to that game? No, 2B is a guest character. She's originally from a game called Nier Automata. Okay, hang on. Oh, it's two sticks. And there. Yeah, she was a collab, basically, yeah, for sure. But yeah, everybody else in the game is original to Grand Blue. Versusia is actually, like, not in the main Grand Blue game. She's not in the gacha. She was made specifically for Grand Blue Rising. So that's kind of neat. It's a little sad to me that she's not like canon, I guess, quote unquote, for whatever it's worth. But she's still cool. I like her. I really like Ran, who is the character that becomes Versusia. and you only see her in the story mode. So I'm almost more of a Rayan player than I am a Versusia player, to be honest. But I think Rayan might be my favorite character in the story mode. She's super, super adorable. And, like, she's kind of... I already liked Jita, because Jita is kind of a goober. Like, Rayan's even more of a goober than Jita is. And, like, that's kind of wild. The roster's pretty big. It is, yeah. And it's about to get bigger. They are adding... Galleon comes out in a couple days. I think Wednesday of next week. I really want to do a stream looking at her and also the changes Versusia's about to get. But I also have collabs planned all next week. So I don't know if I'm going to have time. I'm going to try to make time, though. Is she non-canon like A21 is non-canon, but technically is as a human? Yes-ish. So she is... Versusia is non-canon completely. Like, she's just not canon to Granblue, the gacha. Rayan technically is canon in the sense that she... like... Jita and, like, the main character, Jita or Gran, has a mother, right? Or had a mother. But she's never been shown in Granblue, and I think the strong implication in Rising is that she's already dead by the time, like the Granblue story starts. Which one? Oh, your character made fun of the little short girl with that's Charlotta. Rayan you don't see at all in the game, unless you're in story mode. You will only see her in story mode, because even Versusia, like, you don't see Rayan in Versusia's animations or anything. So, I mean, technically speaking, Versusia is Rayan. Like, they're the same character. So, Charlotta, yes, Charlotta is adorable. I actually kind of want to, like, there's a couple characters I want to, like, play more of now that I've got Versusia to, Masters. And Charlotta is one of them. Charlotta, Jita, I may say screw it and try to learn, Cagliostro. She's the kind of character I feel like I would have a very hard time being good with, but maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit, and maybe I should just try her and see what happens. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, I may try to squeeze in a little bit of Granblue on Saturday next week, in order to kind of do a little bit of like, hey, let's look at the new character. Let's look at what changed with my character. But also, like, literally every stream next week is a collab. So I just have a lot of collabs. Wasn't Guile a hard character to use? Debatable, but so Guile was a charge character, so his input style was different. Technically speaking, Charlotta is the same kind of character. Whether or not that made him easier or harder to use, I think was going to depend on the person, on the individual. Okay, let's see. Trying to see which way we want to dig towards. Do I have... oh yeah, I'm still good here. Okay. Getting a lot of copper. That's cool. Gotta head to bed. Good night. Have a good... absolutely. Thank you so much for stopping by, Rex. I hope you have a good night. Give me 1 second, everybody. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, let's just keep on chipping away here. I should probably get, I'm sure there's mods that actually help keep track of what time it is when you're not outside. Absolutely, Cut Maniac. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you continue to enjoy Granblue. I hope you have a lot of fun. Gonna hit this game hard tomorrow? Fantastic. There is a high likelihood that in the very near future, I will have a stream. Oh shit. Okay. Well, we found more water. Okay. That's not going to continue to fill up, is it? Oh, maybe it is, actually. Okay, let's see here. But like I was saying, there's a very real chance that in the very near future, I will wind up having a, like, a beginner player stream for, like, teaching Granblue, specifically because, Celesta picked it up, and we want to have another collab with the two of us, where since she taught me how to play Marvel Rivals, I want to teach her how to play Granblue. So, don't drown. Well, I won't. But yeah, it'll kind of double as like an intro to Granblue for new players, for like beginners, and like what you might want to look out for picking a character, the basics of the system, how the game works, what you have access to, all of the modes, so on and so forth, like how to use training mode, stuff like that. Gonna enter in the next Crash Pad Clash? I mean, we could. I will definitely be letting her know about it, so. Do you still count as beginner with you? Yes, yes, you're fine. I mean, the requirements for Granblue are still what they have been. I think it was B rank or lower, if I remember correctly. It might have been A rank. I may have made it A rank, I don't remember. But I think it was around A or B rank. For the beginners. But yes, absolutely, Kona, if you wanted to take part again, you would be more than welcome. Good thing you never touched rank. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna dig out a little bit more here, but I think it's time to go empty some things out into storage here, because I am out of pocket space, I think. Yeah. Also, I should probably make some more steps in order to make it easier to get back up. So we are starting to get pretty deep into this. Gotta hit the hay. Really. Oh, thank you so much, Huffy. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. Can't help with pocket space. I only have room for mochas. Well, that's totally fine, pocket mochas. Oh, it is raining, and it is nighttime. So yeah, let's get out of here, get back to the house, hopefully before something finds me. And right on cue, I hear zombies. But should be fine. I do want to rebuild this house a little bit. I think I could make it better, but I'm still happy with how it came out in the meantime. Alrighty. So, okay, that's basically full. The other one out there should be doing alright. I think I've got plenty of space in that one. Oh, wait, actually, thank you for the headpads, gamers. I appreciate it. Okay. While I'm here, let me put this raw iron here and smelt that. Get some ingots going. I can also make copper ingots. I'm not sure what the copper ingots actually get me, but go ahead and here, I'm gonna go empty out my stuff and then come back, and those should be done by then. But I think I should probably make some armor for myself before anything else, since I lost all my armor. Making things with copper is fun because I naturally build a patina. Okay, let's put all this cobblestone in here. Although I do think I do want some cobblestone back out here in order to, yeah. Okay, because I do want to make some, well, I can do that when I get back over there. I want to make some steps. But yeah, so I guess look forward to more Grand Blue content. That's not surprising, but it's going to be very interesting. There's going to be a lot to explore in this patch, I think. Okay, so we did run out there. Does this work here? I don't think... Oh, it does, actually. Alright. Okay, so let's start here. Get myself some boots. And a helmet. And I am now out of iron. Okay. That didn't last very long. I mean, I guess I may as well also do the copper. But also, let me see, I have time to do. There. Okay. Back over here. I'm only gonna have 6, which might be enough for something else. I mean, I could make, I could definitely make, tools out of that, but also I do think getting the armor would be smarter. Let me see here. I don't have enough for pants. Okay, I guess that's not a thing. this. Blocks of copper. Okay. Probably not much, actually. Okay. Well, I won't worry too much about it. Well, I have some armor now, which is nice. Hopefully we can find more iron. No pressure to try Strive again. Would I try Unica or just stick to Bridget? I think I do want to try. I think Unica looks cool. I will probably try other characters as they come out. Granted, strong chance that I just go back to Bridget. That's happened every time. I've never stayed away from Bridget for longer than, like, a short amount of time, I guess. So, you know, who knows? But no, I do, man, like, pretty much anytime, I mean, not, I think it's inaccurate to say that I have any chance of giving up Bridget, but anytime I ever even remotely think about, like, man, maybe I shouldn't be playing Bridget, maybe I should try to learn another character, I see Hitachi playing the character at one of these events, and I'm just like, nope, never mind. Nope, I want to be that good with her. I wanna get better with her, because it's so much fun watching him play. And I think he kind of shows that the character can still do some stuff, even in a meta that's not really favoring her, and that's really cool. But to more directly to what's being asked, I do think I would still want to try other characters too. So, whoops. So I do think I will try Unica when she comes out. I think that will be interesting. He only pulls out Nago for nefarious purposes, or when I still remember that moment in Frosty where he was playing Bridget in a Nago matchup, I think, and was down and like hesitated at character select and picked Nago, and the crowd cheered, and he just got this look on his face like, seriously, you're cheering me for this? And then went back to Bridget. Like, the man looked extremely irked. He did not look happy about that moment. I get the sense that he really, really wants to be playing Bridget, like, all the time. Which, you know, mood. Well, this isn't... Alright, whatever. Well, okay, this is fine for now. Okay. But yeah. The ranked changes for Strive, I think, should be hitting before too long, I think. It'll get a lot easier to kind of hang out on Strive a little more after that, I think. The tower is fine. Like, I don't hate the tower. I mean, that's not 100% true. I don't think the tower is a good system, but, like, it's not like I refuse to play on, like, the version of the game that has the tower, but, I don't think it's a very good, like, ranked system, and, I think it results in some pretty lopsided ranked experiences. I feel like a lot of times I use the quick match a lot in Strive when I do play it, which is not a real queue. It just sticks you, like, in the tower, like, on idle or whatever, and then people can come up and, I guess, still challenge you like normal, like it would happen on in the tower. But it also means that, like, people can avoid you, which on some level is like, I get the concept. I understand. I don't entirely dislike that as a concept, because there is sometimes the issue of, like, running into the same person over and over again in ranked, right? But, like, also the tower doesn't prevent that, because, like, the same person can just keep, especially when you're in quick match, the same person can just keep on coming back up and, like, challenging you again, which neither one of those things is a bad thing necessarily, but I don't know that basing the entirety of the ranked experience off of having to manually go up to somebody is a good system. I just don't think it is. I think it makes it hard to find, like, matches, and I think it's a pretty flawed, like, experience from the standpoint of, you know, trying to find people of equivalent skill levels, because also, like, the tower levels are really messy in terms of actually helping gauge, like, actual skill level. Like, they're just messy. Which is not to say that rankings are a perfect measurement of anything like that. They're not, for sure. Like, they're definitely not. But it's a lot. I feel like the tower levels are a lot more. They're a lot less meaningful in terms of, like, actually separating skill level, if that makes sense. Because if I remember correctly, they're not really based on any kind of... They're not terribly dissimilar to how Grand Blue is working, sort of, currently, except I think it's even more vague than that. I think it's based on, like, how many wins or losses you're getting in a row, which is a weird way to work that kind of thing. So it's not going to matter, obviously, in a little bit, because they are going to be moving that over to a more numbers-based ranking system. Kind of similar to the fact that, like, Grand Blue's about to do the exact same thing. So it is interesting to me that there were a number of these Arxis games that are all doing that and moving towards. Thank you for the Hydrate Gamers, and for the head pats, and the posture check. Hang on one second. Okie dokie. It's also why it's weird to me that there's a couple upcoming games that are, for whatever reason, I guess just gonna be using effectively Strive's tower system, because it's like, but it's not good, and we know it's not good now. So why is this your choice? I don't quite understand that, but I mean, you know, I guess some people must like it. Although, I kind of question that too, because, like, clearly not enough for them to stick with it, because they're changing it. So, I don't know. It's all weird to me. But, hopefully, the main point I'm getting to is that once the new ranking system's in place, it'll be a little bit easier for me to stick around and strive a little bit more. Hi, while running. How's it going? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. Oh, good. We found more iron. That's awesome. Okay. Let me... Here, hang on. Get myself some steps back up, and let's put these guys over here. All right, that works for now. But yeah, I'm doing well. Combo Breaker was fun. Been talking a little bit about how things have gone, talking about the future of the various games that I play. I did go, yeah, that's why there was no stream on Saturday. But yeah, no, I was there Friday and Saturday. And I competed in Grand Blue and Strive. Got top 1 in Grand Blue. Not quite. I did do decent in Grand Blue, though. I got 129th out of 430 people. And I went 3 and 2. So, can't really complain about those results, I don't think. I think it was pretty good. Obviously, I want to do better, and I think I can. I think I have it in me to improve beyond that. But it's a work in progress, and I think I'm pretty happy with how I did. Got a world record on our New Year's goals. Well, Did I put that as one of the goals? I think maybe I had in my goals to not go 0-2. And oh shit. It's for Frosty only. But it was an improvement over Frosty, because I'm fairly certain, if I remember correctly, I went 2 and 2 at Frosty. So going 3 and 2 is a little bit better, but you know. Still, regardless, I think I did well, and it's gonna be interesting. Oh gosh, nope. All right, we'll hang out in here for a moment. There's a creeper right out there. That sucks. All right. Grandmaster stream soon. I don't know about that. It's about to be very interesting in Grand Blue, because Galleon comes out on Wednesday, and there is a balance patch happening. Like, that's basically been confirmed now. Sort of. Because they showed the gameplay trailer of Galleon fighting Versusia, and they very specifically were showing off some very specific nerfs that Versusia is getting. So my character will be getting nerfed. It'll be interesting to see exactly how that all plays out. I'm not too worried, but yeah, it will be interesting to see how that all shakes out in the end. What characters did I lose to? I lost to Vasaraga and Luane, which in a lot of regards not terribly surprising on the Luane end. I struggle a little bit. Whoops. Oh, I think this is actually, there we go. Let's grab a couple more of those. I don't know why I did this. Hang on. There we go. That's fine. Okay. Okay, we have 5 more ingots. That's good. And I can pull these back out. Those are really lab heavy, so I didn't. No, it's true. I didn't. I did fight a Gran. And did very well, I think. And the Gran player was also good. Like, I mean, like, it was one of those things where, like, I think I was watching, I was watching, because it was like, okay, whoever wins this one is the person you're, like, the TO was basically like, hey, whoever wins this one right here is who you're gonna have to fight. And so I was, and it was a Gran versus Nermaya, and I think it was King Coffee who was with me, like, watching, and was like, oh man, I bet you're, like, hoping you don't have to fight an Nermaya. And I was like, actually, in this situation, like, I would find a Gran who does well in this matchup scarier than an Nermaya who does well in this matchup. And the Gran did pretty decidedly win that, so I was like, yeah, this Gran's good. So, so I'm pretty happy with the fact that I did really well in that matchup. Am I considering committing to a pocket? Well, I already wanted to work on Jita. That was already a thing I was going to do after having gotten Versusia to Masters. So that hasn't changed. I still want to work on her more. And there's a number of other characters that I want to also start trying to, like, work on a little bit and try to get some experience in now that Combo Breaker's over and I'm not, like, trying to, like, hardcore, like, stay sharp on my main. Although there is definitely going to be an element of needing to relearn a lot of Versusia, because the ways in which they are nerfing her is going to change, it's going to change her routing pretty drastically. They're changing something pretty fundamental with how she works right now. So there is going to be an element of needing to relearn some specific things. I don't think it'll be that bad. I really don't. But it will definitely require some relearning of the character. Some definite rewriting of muscle memory. Because it's going to be very, very hard not to just default to what I'm used to her normal stuff being. But I figure it's not a big enough change that I am going to wind up needing to. It's not like she's going to be an entirely new character. You find it strange that Versusia just power crept and got hate, like, super hard recently. Yeah. Here's the thing. Versusia is a very good character. She's really good. I would not for a second argue that she wasn't a character that could definitely use some nerfs. I do think the reaction to the character, we were talking about this earlier, one of the things that bothers me a lot about how, like, about the FGC as a community is the way in which it tends to talk about characters. Because, yeah, it's hard to look at the state of the game, objectively speaking, and Sandalphon wound up being, I don't know, I think there's room for Sandalphon to be, like, iterated upon and turn out to be very good. I think he's fine. He wasn't really that big of a problem, though. We still have launched Sandalphon. The characters that tend to get quoted as being the problem ones were Nier, Beatrix, and 2B. Those were the three. And yeah, like, I think it's hard to look at the state of the game and the state of the top tiers right now, and the state of all of the other characters, and objectively not kind of come away with the idea that the game is actually pretty well balanced right now. It's not in too bad of a state. That doesn't mean that the strong characters aren't strong. It doesn't mean that there's not room to balance them a little bit more. But it also means that, like, the top tiers aren't that oppressive. They're just not. Like, again, that's not the same thing as saying they aren't strong. It's not the same thing as saying that they don't need balancing. But they're mostly beatable, I think, is the way I saw somebody put it, and I agree. It's going to be interesting to see how the tiers, like, how the character balance shakes out after this patch. We don't know exactly what's happening with everybody. The only character that we know for certain is getting some nerfs is Versusia. There might be nerfs coming for the other top tiers. There might not be. And the way in which they're going about nerfing her is kind of the way that I think Granblue has been handling its character balance in a fairly decent way, and I don't expect it's going to make her unplayable. Granted, I do think that, there's a lot being talked about what's going to happen to her that is premature, because we don't have the patch notes yet, and we just don't know. So, as far as it looked like, she should probably still be fine. She'll be a little bit weaker in terms of, her reward on hit. It looks like it'll take a little bit of a hit. But she should still work more or less the same way as a character and as a concept, and I'm okay with that. However, yeah, I agree that there's a tendency for fighting game discourse when it comes to characters to be very hyperbolic. And I don't think that's really that healthy. I think that can be pretty toxic, actually. I think in a lot of cases, it's hard to find modern fighting games that have balance issues that are that bad. Now, that's not to say it doesn't happen. It does. But I also think that, it's rare. What does it seem like she lost? The big thing is that her 5U, the, little spinny thing that she does, that she has to use her self buff for, will launch characters on hit. Before it kept them grounded, and the way that Granblue's combo structure works is that the time limit on combo limits doesn't start until until the character is launched in the air. So the fact that her 5U does launch characters now, um, it it's a pretty big hit to her combo structure and her damage as a whole, because using 5U as like a combo extension thing was a pretty big part of how she played. However, it does look like they're giving her some different combo tools as compensation for that, so that she's not just completely gutted. She's just going to have to do it differently now. And it's probably going to result in less damage for her overall, but not like, it's not going to suddenly make her like a low damage character or anything. She's still going to do a lot of damage on hit, and I'm not that worried about that. The other thing it looks like she lost is her 5L, the clash level on it. Her 5L won't clash with mediums anymore. It will only clash with lights. So that's probably the larger nerf to her. But to be honest about it, that's probably fine, and it's probably deserved. Like, I don't think this was a thing that she necessarily needed to keep. I also don't think it makes her a bad character if she loses it. I think she'll still be fine. Isn't her late game already weaker? No, not so. Her late game, so to speak. Oh, a creeper exploded over here. Her late game, so to speak, was it's not weak. It's definitely not weak. Calling it weak is actually like super, super inaccurate. The big thing. What? What do you mean there's monsters nearby? The thing about her lights was like, she couldn't chain them. That was it. She couldn't chain them, which meant that like, you could technically DP through her light pressure, but it was a very large button. It could be chained into auto, or it could combo into auto combo from like whatever distance it hit from. No, she doesn't have a close L, which the only reason in which that's a problem for her is that it means that her lights, if she does two lights together on block, you could DP in between the two. That's all that really meant. No, her normals are all really good. It used to be, when she first came out, people thought that that thing with her lights was a weakness for her, and technically it is a downside, but it wound up not actually hurting her in the long run, if that makes sense. So, you know. Okay, here, I should smelt more of these. I've also got gold, so that's cool. I still make some stone pickaxes though. But yeah, so, like I said, I think if those are the only two changes she gets, right? If it's just those two things, I think that's a very, very reasonable, like, set of nerves for her. Like, I don't think she's going to be hurting that badly from that. If there's other things in addition to that, if they, like, hit all of her normals, that's going to hurt a little bit more. But we'll see what happens. So it's one of those things where it's hard to actually say what we're actually dealing with. Hello, Jazz. Thank you for that, Pats. It's hard to say what we're actually dealing with that until we see the patch notes, which I think we get tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, wait, no. Oh, shit. I already did this. All right, whatever. It's fine. Let me go ahead and smelt these and see what happens. We can probably make a, like, piece of equipment from that. What am I missing? Pants and a shield. I can definitely make pants. Can I make a shield out of what I have? Hang on. Oh, I do need an iron. Oh, and planks. Okay, that's easy. Well, it would be, except I have all these in here. Take... Ah, there's the fizzy water. I was wondering when that would happen. We're almost to the end of stream, actually. That's a little while, but it's this deep in. But, alright, everybody. Alright. Thank you. Thank you. So tonight's is orange vanilla, and it's really, really good. Yep, I am on the 3DO mic tonight, so I use this for ASMR streams. And what that means is that I have audio split between your right ear and your left ear. So it lets me do things like this. Anyways, let's see here. We have our ingots, which is cool. I'm missing pants, right? Yeah, okay. Let me go ahead here and make these pants. There we are. Apparently, to get the full effect of the stream, you need to be wearing headphones. Yes. Yes. The 3DO effect does not work if you are not wearing headphones. Or at least it doesn't work as well. Okay, there we go. That's better. So yeah, we're almost to midnight, so we'll be doing a little bit more here. I think we've made some decent progress in finding some things, working our way through the spine. Got a lot more copper, got some iron back, which is nice. Managed to get re-equipped to some degree, so that's cool. Not quite done here yet, though. We still have some time. I sort of am hoping that we can stumble into the cave system a little. Well, I mean, that's probably heading the other direction. There's definitely a set of actual, like, open caves with, like, monsters and stuff. Get a sneak peek at the schedule for the end of the stream. We can, yes. I don't have it up yet. I was waiting on, I'll definitely have it up tomorrow. I was waiting on, confirmation from my fellow Kumiko members before, because I don't know exactly what time Saturday's stream's going to start just yet. And I think, I still don't really know. It's probably going to start at noon-ish. It might start a little bit later than that, though. Because, it's dependent on when the other members are free. Because, like I said earlier, basically the entirety of next week is collabs. I'll be continuing the Soul Link run with Barry. I'm doing a collab on a game that's very similar to Lethal Company with AC, Jiro, and Celesta. And then the Kuma Collective as a group is going to be starting up our Pride Month charity drive. So that will all be this week. So, like I said earlier, I am going to try to sneak in a Grand Blue stream somewhere in there, probably on Saturday. I'll probably start a little bit before Kumiko is ready to group up, and it is June already, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not yet, but it will be at the end of this week, so happy early Pride Month, thank you. We've got some fun stuff planned this year, I think. I can say we were all the Kuma Collective was all like picking our individual games to do this year, and I was like, Deltarune's pretty gay, so the next chapter of that comes out at the start of June, so that's my game. That's my Pride Month game. I'm playing Deltarune. So that's what we're doing for that. I was gonna do it anyways, and now it's just a Pride Month thing. Did I beat Yakuza? Nope, that's still ongoing. The only reason we're not doing it this week is because collabs. Because collabs were planned. So when that happens, it does tend to be dictated on when everybody's able to group up, and this was the time we could actually get Jiro, Celesta, and I, and Icy, all together at the same time. So it'll be interesting. The game is, oh gosh, you'll see it on the schedule when I show it before I end out. But it's, I guess it's basically taking like the Skinwalker mod idea from Lethal Company and just turning that into a whole game, where like it's basically a Lethal Company game, except that like a core mechanic is that you can't necessarily trust that your teammates are themselves. So, you know, Lethal Company only with anxiety and trust issues. Okay, well, this is definitely working on the mine end of things here, but I think because we got re-equipped here to whatever extent, I'm going to try backing out here, and we're going to see if we can find our way into the actual, like, monster cave here again. So I know down here. Let's try looking this way and see what we find. If I can carve out a little hallway here, we might be able to find another pathway down. Okay. This does not immediately drop off. Okay, okay, okay. Let's start. Oh. Oh, more iron. Good, 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 good. Love to see it. Let's go ahead and do that right there. Because I definitely want this. Okay, does this drop off? It does not. Good. Okay. So, I'm going to come down a little bit more this way. Okay, we're back to this again. Let's see here. Hello, Dino. How's it going? Is it Dino or Dino? I keep saying Dino. I actually realized I don't know for sure. Because I guess it could be Dino. I apologize if I've been pronouncing it wrong. Okay, here we go. So, let's see. If I come further this way. Let's see here. This still does drop. Dino. Got it, got it. It is Dino. Okay. I will try to remember that. I apologize for mispronouncing it all this time. Okay, this does kind of gently drop here. Okay, so let's see if I can carve out a little bit more. Dino's an Italian name? I believe you're correct, yes. Oh, okay, hang on. If this thing wants to come up if these things want to come up one at a time, then I'm happy to deal with them like that. Okay, let's see here. I can carve this out. Oh, there you are. Shit. Oh my god, what? Okay, well then. That happened. Those things are way more aggressive than I expected them to be. Holy shit, I thought I could deal with one. Apparently the answer to that is no, I can't. Alright, I can definitely get back down there and get my stuff back though. I'm positive about that. I hope. Can I at least make a sword? I do need a sword, at least. Okay. So, I need to do that part. Okay, stone sword. Okay. Well, let's get back down there and see what we got. Oh, let me close this up first. We should be able to get back. It was not like wide. Well, I mean, it is wide open, I guess, but it wasn't like a giant hole, and it wasn't directly over the nest. So I think, at least in theory, we should be able to get down there and grab my stuff real quick. But yeah, how's it going tonight, Dino? I hope you're having a good end to your weekend. I guess it's not technically the end of the weekend, though. At least for a lot of people. Since tomorrow is a holiday, at least for those of us in the US. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, it's down this direction. Oh yeah, here we go. Yes, here's all my stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Equip this and that. And that. And that. And that. Okay, we've got all that back on. Cool. Okay. Watching Combo Breaker and waiting on the patch. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm very curious about how the patch is gonna go. Oh, okay, hang on. This was... Oh, shit. Why can't I not hit this thing? Oh, I just did. Okay, I really need to get out of there. Okay, there we go. Back it up. 5 months? Wait, what? What do you mean 5 months? Let this thing come up here. Okay, cool. We got that one too. My health is not doing great though. Let me back up here. Okay, we're very slowly working our way. Can I just eat this? Apparently I can't. Ooh, that was bad. Okay. So that's not quite how I wanted that to go. Yo, catch up. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Which way was I going? This way. Okay, I need to get some actual food. Nope. Because that clearly wasn't what I should have done. Hello, catch up. How did your stream go? How was your ASMR stream? I hope it went really well. Sandathon was released... Wait, was it that long ago? Catch up raid, how was your stream, catch up? I hope it went well. Hello everybody who came in from Catch Up's raid. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Sucrose Hirishigaki, also known as Sucrose Collision. I'm a grizzly bear VTuber and a variety streamer, and I mostly focus on retro style content. When I am not doing ASMR, that is. On Sunday nights, I do ASMR content. Tonight, we've just been doing some kind of cozy Minecrafting. Went good. Did some hand cam sleep. Oh, nice. Almost took 3 hours. Understandable. I was actually surprised how little I got through when I was working on my, on sleeving some Minecraft stuff. Not Minecraft stuff. I was working on saving some Pokemon stuff. Okay, let's see here. I do need... Oh, I've got carrots. Yeah, I can just do that, I guess. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. Give me better eyesight anyways. But yeah, thank you so much for raiding in Catch Up. If you or your raiders need to raid and run, I completely understand. Please take care of yourselves post-stream. However, if you want to hang out for a little bit more cozy Minecrafting, and kind of pseudo ASMR content, I suppose. You're more than welcome to be here, and I'm super happy to have you. Thank you so much again for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Also, catch up, as always. I'm happy to give you a trigger of your choosing, as thank you for the raid. How's Minecraft been? So I'm excited. Yeah, so I have this mine. It's like mine I'd been working on, and I stumbled into the larger cave area down here. So I set up these doors here so I could come and go from it without having things like coming out of there. So I'd been working my way through here. This area here had a buttload of spiders. Oh, I just realized I should probably empty some things out. Oh, it's this way. And yeah, so we're trying to get into the larger cave area. Kind of mine shaft, they're everywhere. Yeah, so I'm trying to explore that. I was trying to find a way down there that didn't just drop, like, wasn't just a sheer drop into, like, monsters, basically. So, I think we finally did find that, so. But, of course, you can have some smooches. Give me 1 second here. There you go. Been catching up on Night Madness, but welcome home. I need to catch back up on that. It's been a while since I've checked in there. I'm super curious because, yeah, that was starting to get very interesting last time I checked in. That's cool, though. There was an update last month. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah. That's cool, though. I'm glad to hear that. Oops, right, this. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think, I don't remember if I saw the October, if I listened to the October video. This is the wrong direction. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Oh, yes it is. We want to go this way. Yes. Hang on. This direction. So here is our pathway in. Let's go ahead here and give ourselves an easy out. And we can do a little bit more here. Be really careful here. Put these up there. So now I can get in and out easily without having to do a bunch of jumps. I can just go up and down. Okay, so from here, yeah, here's where this gets dangerous. Okay, that one's down. Oh gosh, there's another one. Okay, I need to run. Oh boy, okay. Let's try to, oh shit! Well, alright. Be warned to get spooky. Yeah, it was definitely going to, for sure. That was definitely heading in that direction. Oh, it's nighttime. Okay, let's sleep and then we can go back and get it. Okay. Should be able to get back up, like all of our stuff back without having to worry too much. But yeah, no, I'm definitely curious to catch back up on that because Welcome Home was doing some really neat things, I think. I am curious to see exactly what happens there because, like, there was definitely some directions it could go. So, but that'll probably be my, Nightmine has visited all the updates, but the update last month hadn't made to an edited down vid. It's a 2-part VOD and gets serious. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, because I know he's been doing a lot of, I know Nick Nocturne's been doing a lot of, streams of it lately. Okay, let's go ahead and equip this stuff. Get this back down over here. Equip that. There. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Wait, what is this? What is this? Wait, does this spawn the spiders? How do I get rid of that? Because, yeah, I need to get rid of that. Jeez. Okay. Get myself back out. Is Hell Maiden on my radar? I don't believe so. How do you break that? Do you break that? I feel like you have to be able to, right? With a pick. Okay, okay. Let me try to get my health back up here. Got it, okay. If I can make it back down there in time. And... oops. Yeah, I just have to get down there before stuff, like a bunch of stuff spawns. Let me see. Oh shit. It's a new game in development by the... oh! I didn't realize they had that in the works. That's awesome. It's definitely a thing I'll check out then. There's just a spider stuck in the wall there. Okay. Can I... yes, cool. Okay. Let me see if I can get to this. Can I break this before it... shit. I'm not gonna get out in time. Oh, Just barely. Holy shit. Okay. Traverse the depths of hell and beat as tough as demons on your way to heaven. Oh, wait. It's a deck building game? Torches near the spawner will turn it off. Oh, you don't say. Do I have any torches left? I don't. Let me go fix that. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. I definitely have some charcoal. Oh, I thought I did. I've got flint. I don't think that works quite the same, but let me try it. Nope. Okay, it's back at the other one here then. Didn't know bears ate carrots. Hey Star, how's it going? Of course, catch up, no worries. Please go take care of yourself. Enjoy your food. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can take care of this spider spawner thingy. And if we can, I'd say that's a pretty good accomplishment for tonight. Because it starts at that point should give us access to everything else. Bears with swords and shields. Yeah, you know. Actually, wait, what's the... is it... Nope. What was the... No. There we are. Okay, there's our coal. Okay, well, it's something at least. Whoops. Okay. There. So there's some torches. Alright, let's see what we can do. Apparently putting torches down next to the spawner will stop it from spawning more things, so I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, so let's see here. All the way down. Get back through. There might still be spiders on the other side of that. I don't know if they would have reset. They did chase me back up here. But... Okay. Let's see if I can get this down there. Okay, hang on. There we are. Let's go. Okay. There's still one left here. But we should be able to actually take care of this one now. And now they shouldn't respawn. Okay. Not ideal, but... Okay, there we are. So that's done now. The evil is in fact defeated. And to the rest of this cave. With that all done here. Oh, there is another one. Shit. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Let's back it up. Yep, back it up, back it up. Okay. Huh. That is why I have those doors. Okay, heal up, and then there's one more spider spawner, at least. But what can I actually do with the spider eyes? Okay. Do I have another sword? I do. Okay. Because this one is definitely about to go away. In fact, I think I'm just going to preemptively swap the two. Okay, that one's down. I have to be ready to drop those torches. Oh, shit. Nope, not again. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the gifted sub while running. Oh my gosh, congrats, catch up on the gifted sub. Please don't die. Okay. I did put 2 torches down there. I don't know whether or not it was enough. Let's try. I think it should be. Okay, there we go. That's now gone. Okay, that should do us here. At least in theory. Go ahead and keep on eating. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. Yeah, so now in both directions, this gives us access to the rest of this. So that's cool. It's a very good start. That just drops down all the way, but we do get more iron here, so that's cool. Wow, okay. And then this side over here, yeah, also gives... Oh. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah, this side over here also gives us access to all of this. Let me go ahead here and stick these guys there and there. And we should be ready to explore this. So that's really cool. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the way out here. Yeah, this way. Okay. All right. Whew, boy. Fantastic. So, I think that's a decent place to go ahead and... Oh yeah, especially since it's nighttime here. We want to get out of here. Get back over to the house and for somebody to read out to. I need to repair this road because definitely part of it got blown up by a creeper. Right over here in the front. But that's okay. At least it wasn't like the house. I say as a creeper walks right up to the house. Let me see if I can get around. I did. I really did. It was a very good time. No. Come on. In. Close. There. Okay. I think we're fine. But yeah, no, I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. I did pretty well in Grand Blue, went 3-2. Pretty happy with that. And just had a lot of fun playing a lot of games, and it was a good time overall. But you can also look back at the VOD later to see me talk about that a little bit more directly, because I did talk about it a lot on the stream. So give me one moment here. I am going to go ahead and we'll move over here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I am happy to be back, and I hope you had a wonderful time tonight and are feeling nice and relaxed. Let me see who we might raid out to. Oh, right. Real quick here, because I did promise this to while running. That's the wrong thing. Hang on. Here, it should be this. Here. So there's our schedule for next week. Bye, Dino. Have a good one. So Mimesis is Mimesis? I'm not sure how that's actually pronounced, but Mimesis, I guess, is what I'll be playing with Celesta, Icy, and Jiro on Tuesday. And then I'll be back on Thursday for more Pokemon Fire Red of the Soul Link with Terraberry. And then Saturday, I will probably start the stream with some Grand Blue while waiting for the rest of Kumiko to get ready, so we can check out the new character and just generally take a look at what happened to the game. But then there's going to be a couple things that we're doing with the Kuma Collective. Orso is going to be around, and we'll be running another tabletop game for all of us. And I think we might be doing a couple other things that day too. Not 100% certain. We still got to work that part out, but that'll be a lot of fun. And then I'll be back again on Sunday night, and we'll do some more Pokemon card sleeving with the hand cam back on. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Let me see here. Who might we raid out to? We have raided out to Jay recently. Ooh, Ember. Have we raided out to Ember? We have. But also both good options if we don't have anybody else handy. Let me take a look at who all else is here. Who else is doing ASMR tonight? That is our normal. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at tags. ASMR. Actually, no, category. ASMR. Okay. Just checking through here real quick, seeing what VTubers are out there that I can drop you guys off with. That person's on a pre-recorded, they're not actually there. You know what? We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it simple. I'm going to drop you guys off with Ember. So, let's start this up. Alright, guys. So, I'll be back on... oh, right. Those of you coming with me on the Twitch end of things for this raid, we do have a raid message. If you are subscribed and have access to those emotes, it is this. If you are not subscribed, that is totally fine. I've got you covered with this one instead. Please feel free to use either one of those as we raid out to Ember Star. And I will see you guys back here on Tuesday for some Lethal Company-esque action with Icy, Celesta, and Jiro. It'll be a fun time. And until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your nights and a great rest of your week, or a great start to your week, rather. And I will see you next time. Have a good night, chat. Sleep well. Good night.